room before, and what is it now?
Okay. Prior to this room being what you see it is today, it started out as a vending room. And it has been through a series of evolution. It was the SROs, the school resource officers, used to be housed in here. We had the sergeants housed in here at one point. And then when we got to this point of thinking we needed this real-time crime center, we started going out and getting funding for it. We had to find a location within the building, and this became it. Because of the design of the room, with this one long wall that gives us the ability to put the monitors up, and then another side for stations to monitor from. And obviously, it was one of the recommendations that came from the governor's task force report. So this is something we were able to move forward with some state bond bill money from Senator Marshall. Initially, they came to us and said, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it? And we said, we could build out the real-time crime center. So we brought up a proposal and said some of the things that we would need within it to get it up and running. And this is where we are today.
So explain to me what exactly are the capabilities of this room?
Okay, so what you're looking at in this room, it gives us the ability to monitor our resources on the street through a mapping program in which the vehicles have ABL. So at any given moment, we can see where the cars are moving in and around the city. It also gives us the ability to do real-time situational awareness about what is happening out on the street, what the officers are doing in terms of how they need to share information. So in the past, officers would write in their notebook if they stopped someone or somebody was suspicious, and at the end of their shift, they would put that in their pocket and take it home. Well, we have an NC4 platform here that the officers can blog in there and put that same information and leave it for the shifts coming behind them. So in that, when something is going on, they also have the ability to go back and look at and research information. So if they only knew the guy had on a brown shirt, and that was written in that blog, they could search brown shirt, and it would pull up everybody that had a brown shirt. Or if it goes specific to an area, it gives them that capability. So that's greater situational awareness of what's happening on the street. As it relates to intelligence information, we're able to push out intelligence bulletins to the vehicles. We can share that not only in this room, but we can push it to our detective division. We can push it up to the chief's conference room, and then a greater staff meeting room that we have where we can interact. The room itself becomes a telephone, and it has a video Skyping capability where we can have conversations and do meetings and things of that nature. And when we're doing major briefings, we don't have to bring everybody in the same room. You can brief from this room and then push it out to the others that are attached to here. Again, Crime View is where we look at the daily incidents that occur in the city, in which it puts it on a map, and this room has the capability of doing that. We can share again that, and the great thing about this room is the information you see here can be pushed out to the cars, and that's the awareness that needs to take place in terms of what's happening situationally at that moment. We're looking forward to put our officers in a better position of relating with the community, because the supervisors, again, knowing where your resources are, you can direct them to areas where they need to be. And then we're going to use this in terms of our weekly TAPS meetings. So that data that we're processing in here with our crime analysts and intelligence personnel, we'll be able to take a look at what's happening based on the data, and then direct our resources to deal with those kind of crimes and issues.
So what are the tools that you're able to use in this room, utilize on a daily basis?
ShotSpotter, NC4, Crime View, the mapping system, you name it. The intelligence bulletins, wanted bulletins, and all that kind of stuff, all of that can be done from this room.
Now, is this room staffed all day long, or?
This room will be staffed primarily all day. We have the lieutenant who's in charge of the room. We have the watch commanders who are working around the clock that will be in this room. And then you have your analysts. They work a particular shift, so they won't be here 24/7. But if something goes on, they need to come back. Obviously, they will be in this room to help put together intel information as it relates to trying to solve a particular incident.
And I guess the last question, money came from?
The money came from state bond bill money. We were requested through Senator Marshall, what could you do at $1 million? So we, again, petitioned to the state bond bill, and all those members were supportive of this initiative that we're looking to do. So along with the mayor, we put in a request, and again, here we are today.
So what did it cost?
Right now, they gave us $750,000, and we've not spent through all of that yet. So we still have some things that we're doing in terms of all the technology you see, the furniture that was purchased in this room. outfitting the room to accept all of this technology was purchased out of that $750,000. Also, it has through the interactive screen through a laptop or your phone. There's a program that you can just push information from your phone and or laptop up onto the screen. So there's still a lot of technology in here that I don't fully understand and the capabilities of it yet, but we're in a position where we're really ready to learn it.